pain and suffering. That's what the last couple of days have looked like for me. I set out to fly some Sabre sorties with my squad, and over the course of several sorties, starting with this one you're looking at now, I demonstrated that I'd forgotten how to keep situational awareness, stay with my wingmen, and even shoot down targets.
You can climb at 2,000 feet per minute.
You're clear, Biggles. Just make sure you hit him.
Missed everything. He's defending. Somebody else take him.
Yeah, that's.
He's bleeding all his speed. I'm missing all of this. Sorry, way too fast. I was at this fight the entire time. It was just above clouds and I couldn't see it.
No, it was varying altitudes, Biggles.
So yeah, I'm over K45. I don't know how long it would take me to get there.
I may have made a small error.
Oh no. I think two minks, maybe one.
I got one.
Splash one with Panda. No,
no, he's still alive.
Okay.
Biggles, are you heading
No,
south?
I'm dead. Heading.
I think that's you. I'm on your 7.
It'd be pretty stupid if we get
Yeah.
kicked for shooting at someone buzzing a rifle.
There's no need to evade me.
I've
Oh,
just-
did you just rip your wing?
Yeah. I.
Sort of lost for words.
I'll stay low at high speed.
I'm
Chase
getting
you.
hits.
Okay, good. Lost him through the cloud though.
He's leaking. I think he might be PK'd. So even after all that, I only got one MiG. So the next day I decided that I'd forget flying with a group and focus on improving by flying solo, which is great for helping with keeping your own SA and managing your own fight. It didn't go too well to start with. Despite me trying my absolute hardest to have a successful sortie, at the first it just wasn't going my way. The frustrations, as you can see, continued, but at the end of the evening, this sortie happened. Welcome back to another video, everybody. Today we are in the F-86 Sabre and we are flying northwest, going on a fighter sweep. We are solo and we're going to see what comes to us. Now I am very wary right now because on my previous sortie I got bounced by a MiG in about this location, so my head is on a swivel and I'm just checking everywhere to make sure that I'm not going to get bounced. Now I do look behind me and I catch sight of something, but I'm not sure what it is. And you can see I've put a red circle on the screen because it's sometimes hard to see with the YouTube compression. Now I notice it has a high tail, so I'm immediately noticing that it's a MiG. And so here I jettison the fuel tanks and I'm just doing some light defending. I want to see how hard he's going to commit to me because I don't want to commit to a reversal particularly, because you want to maintain high speed at all times. So I was going to go for a reversal there because I was a bit greedy and I wanted to kill him, but in retrospect what I should have done was not bother with the air brake and just dive away, and that would be better to maintain a high speed, not to worry about killing the guy and making sure that I stay fast in case there are more MiGs in the area. If you wouldn't mind considering subscribing if you enjoy this kind of content, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, We're so nearly there. Every little helps. Thank you very much. As I dive away here, I'm just keeping eyes on him, and I notice that he just pulls away and climbs back off into space. So my plan here is simply gain more speed, dive away, keep a high mark number, as you can see in the bottom left, currently at 0.9. Then I'm going to go away, climb up, and then commit again and see what we can find. So I've been flying around, back on my original heading, climbing up to a better height. I was probably at 15,000 at my peak, and now I'm diving down again because there is some fighting going on at the ground level. And I can see that there is a MiG going vertical. And my eyes look on this and think, he's going to be very slow at the top of that climb. And here I am coming in at Mach 0.91, which is crazy fast. So I'm thinking I might be able to get a shot here. So I'm getting ready to pull some lead. And let's see if we get some hits. So unfortunately I miss. That could have been a nice little shot there. But the key here is to just be patient and then wait for them to come up again. Don't bleed all your speed by doing sharp turns, like I pretty much did, to be fair, going below 0.7 mark. But I was fairly confident that there weren't any MiGs above me at that point that could dive on me. And if I need to dive away, I have plenty of height to do so. So there's still some fighting going on the ground there. And then he's pulling up for again, doing the same thing as before. This time I don't have a firing solution, so I'm just doing very lazy turns here. I wasn't pulling for lead there because I didn't want to lose every ounce of my speed. So I'm at the top of my zoom here. And I'm noticing that he's not gone quite so low as last time. And that he's just heading out and doing sort of a slow climb again, so I'm hoping that I have a high enough speed in order to be able to catch up to him. And now it looks like I am, so I'm lining up the shot, trying to make sure that I can line it up properly despite having pretty significant overspeed on him. Good hits landed there. He's not dead, but he's sufficiently incapacitated that I think he's going to need to return to base. And indeed, he dives down low and tries to get away, but with his engine damaged like that, there's not much he can do. There's F-80 chases after him and tries to finish him off for me. He lands a few hits. Now I'm just diving down after him. I put the speed brake out a little bit there just to make sure I didn't Mach tuck into the ground. I'm diving because he hasn't ejected yet and I want to finish him before this F-80 does. But as I pull up to him I can see the canopy jettisons, but I can't actually tell if the pilot goes with it. So I'm not sure if the pilot is still in there, so I just give him a little love tap on my way through. I've now reset myself from that engagement, and I've sighted a low TU2. Now the TU2 is not flyable, so I'm just assuming this is an AI attacker. But I'm thinking, why not? Let's just go for it. So the air brake is out to prevent us from overspeeding in the dive. We're coming in fairly fast on them here, and I'm aiming for a quick snapshot before we climb away again. Silly decision there was to retract the speed brake just before I wanted to start firing, which of course messed up the trim and stability of the aircraft, so I was unable to get any shots on target. So I'm going to have to come around and try again. I want to make a very big circle to prevent me taking my speed down too much, because I'm very conscious that I am low and I do not want to be slow when there are MiGs around. So I've come around here. I'm now approaching the bomber from as low 6. Got speed back again, 0.85 mark, and I want to take a quick snapshot, aiming at one of the engines. Good hits, and that does develop into a fire and the crew bail out. As I'm going away from that engagement, I noticed there is some fighting going on in the distance. Just checking the 6 there. And looking forward, I can see multiple planes fighting in the air. So now I'm looking to see where that possibly is on the map. And I'm going to head over there and see what's on. Bearing in mind I have very little fuel remaining, so this can only be a short engagement before I have to return to base. I'm closer in now, and I've spotted a MiG that's chasing some friendlies, so I'm trying to slot in on his 6. And I'm noticing that he's going incredibly slowly here, so I actually deploy the speed brake to make sure that I have the stability on the aircraft and that I'm not so fast that I don't have time for this shot. Landing good hits there and immediately braking away, retracting the speed brake. Already a little bit too slow for my liking at 0.7 mark. But even so, I can create enough distance for the MiG not to be able to catch me. He tries to chase me for a little bit, but his engine is pretty busted. And eventually he breaks away, and the kill comes through a little bit later. So he obviously did not make it back to base. After travelling most of the way home at high altitude to conserve fuel, we're coming into land here with 24 gallons remaining, which is fairly tight. I would not have wanted to stay in the operations area for much longer. Coming in, lovely touchdown, and that marks the end of this sortie. The only properly successful sortie I've had in 2 days, but it was a good one. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.